Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Heat Army podcast audio stream here live from Gateshead International Stadium. It is National League action, Gateshead versus Truro City. Much has been made about the distance between the two sides, and there's a fantastic fan base from Truro have made the epic trip up over 920 round trip. And of course, Gateshead will have to do that later in the season as well. But the sun is shining. Not that that matters. It's very cold here at Gateshead Stadium here today, but it looks glorious out there on the pitch nonetheless. And hopefully we're in for a great game of football here this afternoon. My name's David Gaddis. I'm joined by Mark Carruthers. We have the team sheets. We'll go through them very shortly. There's a familiar name in the Truro first team, so we'll get into that a little bit later on. But Mark, it looks glorious out there. Just pity it doesn't feel glorious.
It does not. It does not feel glorious at all. It is very cold. It is a crisp, I would say, a crisp afternoon here at the International Stadium. But a big afternoon for both clubs as well. I think, both maybe when you look at Gateshead, obviously we had a lot of chat ahead of the season, early weeks of the season, about what the realistic targets were. There has been improvement. I think it'd be foolish to ignore that in recent weeks, but also feeling that there's more to come. From Truro's point of view, obviously still sort of finding the feet at the level after a brilliant title win last season in the National League South under a vastly experienced manager in John Askey, someone who's done it at a higher level and knows what it takes to win games. I've got no doubt they'll improve as the season goes on. As we saw with Gateshead when they first come up, a side coming up from step two, it can take the time to really get going. So, an intriguing contest lying in wait.
It certainly will be. And as I said, the name that we teased before is that Lyra Kasani, former Gateshead midfield player, of course, over he had a loan spell at Gateshead, then obviously signed permanently. Was never a real staple in the first team, starting 11, but a very talented player. Of course, he went down to the far reaches of the country, initially with Torquay, and now finds himself with Truro back in the National League. Nice to see him back at the level because he is a very capable player, Mark.
He's a very talented player and really comfortable on the ball, and was part of the National League North winning side, the title.
I think he had been involved at some point in that season.
There, wasn't he? And obviously went to South Shields after here, had a little spell at South Shields, and has found himself about as far south as he can go without going to France. But yeah, as you say, a really capable player, great attitude as well. Really great attitude. I think that was the thing that always stood out about Lyrak. You're right to say that he didn't get the game time. He maybe would have liked. Definitely didn't get the game time. He would have liked the Gateshead, but he never complained. He always just got on with the job, and
he was always ready and waiting, wasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got no doubt he'll want to show Gateshead what they're missing today.
Well, Gateshead's team today is unchanged. The starting lineup, that is, from last weekend's game. Tiernan Brooks in goal, Callum Johnson, Ibrahim Bakary, Will Flint, Captain David Ferguson, Josh Holm, Fenton John, Jacob Butterfield, Kyle Hurst, Harry Chapman and Frank Newbley up top. But this is where things start to get interesting for Gateshead. There's a lot of more names that are coming back from injury and a much stronger bench. Preston Leach is the backup goalkeeper. Then Kane Adam, Dom Telford, Curtis Edwards, Kyan Pennant, Max Melbourne and Callum Bowen. A very attacking bench, you would say, but some great names to have back to be called upon if needed.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's been times this season when Al Armstrong's, when there have been injuries kicking in, where he's just had to look back at his bench and think, well, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. And, lads who have come in from the academy have done, I think, performably in difficult circumstances when they've had to come in. But now you can look at his bench and can think, wow, I've got some real options here. I've got some great chances to impact the game. You look at the likes of Dom Telford on the bench. You look at the likes of Kane Pennant. Obviously, we haven't seen it in the National Stadium yet, really. But then even, Kane Adam being back's a massive. He's almost been forgotten about Kane Adam when he's actually still top goal scorer. So
he certainly is, and just obviously the Gateshead unbeaten in a few games now. Keeping the momentum. Of course, they had that 1-1 draw in midweek and won on penalties in the National League Cup. Yes, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but the game itself, Mark, was played at a fantastic pace. It was very competitive, and I think Alan probably got a lot out of it. And also, there was another name that isn't involved today that took the Man of the Match award, and very, very much so. That was in Harry Gettins, a part of the academy setup, and we believe that he was a Malton international last year for the under-19s. really equipped himself well, and it's promising that there is other names that we haven't really put in the frame for getting in towards the matchday squad, shining in those games.
What Alan Armstrong wants more than anything is to have some difficult decisions to make when it comes to starting lineups, and I think today is probably one of the first times when he's genuinely thought, I've got some problems here of the right variety. But that's what he wants. He wants to be able to have a sit down and have a proper think about what to do, rather than just go, well, that's going to be starting lineup, because that's pretty much the only 11 players I've got fit in terms of senior players anyway. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game for Alan today. You hope he's got your team selection right. It is a strong starting lineup, and if things aren't going right, he can look towards that bench.
Well, we'll go through the visitors. Truro City, they have Dan Levercombe in goal, Zach Bell, Connor Riley Lowe is the captain, Will Dean, Yasin Enanie, Dominic Johnson Fraser, Christian Oxlade Chamberlain, obviously Lyra Kasani we talked about before, Luke Jeffcott, Ryan Shaw, and Sean Donnellan. On the bench is Taylor Love Holmes, CD Sanago, and we have Raquel Pike, Max Kinsley, Aidan Stone, Harry Kite, and thankfully our lovely person from BBC that's covering Churros give us a pronunciation sheet, and it is Seiko Janner, who's just signed, and it would be his debut if he comes on this afternoon. And we were told there's a couple of players. I think it was Jeff Cott had played in a reserve team with Don Telford, I think it was. So there is a few links there, nothing massive. But as I said, there is a name that you might have heard there, Oxlade Chamberlain. Yes, it is the brother of I forgot the brother's name there for a second. Alex, of course, who's playing in Turkey at the moment. So yes, and of course they had a famous father that played for England as well, in Mark Chamberlain. So there's names aplenty there, and we'll be looking to see how they get on this afternoon. If you haven't already listened to the Heat Army podcast this week, you can watch it on YouTube. And we had the pleasure of having Fenton John join us live on the show, or Fenton Lorimer John, as he shall ever be known now, as we found out his middle name. But it was lovely to hear from the young lad. He's hungry, he's excited about his time at Gateshead, and he's willing to put the hard work in, and hopefully we continue to see that here today. And also, if you're listening on our audio stream, please do drop us a like and subscribe. It really does help. And if you're listening on DAZN, welcome, and hopefully you are settled down wherever you are in the world to watch this afternoon's game here live from Tyneside. It's Gateshead versus Truro City. And as we mentioned earlier on in the build-up, Mark, a fantastic away following there. Of course, there's been a lot of media attention because of the distance they've had to travel. But my word, Mark, they've travelled in their numbers today.
Yeah, I mean, look, I can't believe that a team in non-league football in the fifth tier of English football has had to make a journey as long as this. I think I've written pieces about it where I personally think up until League One should be regionalised in terms of North and South at the very least. I know that would be a lot of work to do, but
it would.
Fair play to the Truro fans. It's an unbelievable journey they made. It's an unbelievable show of support. They obviously had a wonderful time down at the is it the Fog on the Tyne it's called now?
Yes, the Fog on the Tyne. There was numerous promotions have put money behind the bar for the travelling fans, which is absolutely fantastic. And sometimes as a non-league fan, if you're travelling around the country, sometimes it can feel like a chore, as it can for any football club, but it's nice to have a little bit of recognition here and there, and I think the fans today fully deserve it. And as I say, we just got to turn up Mark's mic slightly there, we've just been told. So hopefully you can hear us nice and clearly now as we've turned Mark up. But yeah, it is nice to see Truro getting a bit of national attention. Of course, they are in the National League now. They are playing all over the country. But say sometimes the National League, unless it's an FA Cup game or a big name player signs for a club, we don't seem to get that much press attention on the national stage.
Well, it's almost a little bit sad that it had to be this that's got the attention in terms of this ridiculous journey, this ridiculous round trip. But again, you can only praise the loyalty, the dedication of those Truro supporters that have made the trip. It feels harsh calling it a trip, doesn't it? It's like more of a trek.
It's the epic journey. They've come by plane, train, and automobile. I don't know if anyone has come by ferry. It would be quite the trip if they did. I don't know if there's any direct routes, to be fair. But they're in fine voice at the moment. They're really enjoying themselves. The flags are out. It's lovely to see. This is what National League football is all about. And we hope that you, if you're listening in or watching, can be enticed to come down to a game in whether you're a Truro fan or a Gateshead fan. Get yourself along, support your nearest National League team. As can't hear Mark talking, not sorry, we're having a little bit of trouble. We're right up. Do you want to talk? Can't hear him at all. All right, so we're having a little bit of audio issues here. We can't hear Mark. It's as high as it'll go. I'll turn us up slightly and me down a little bit. But the teams are coming out onto the pitch live on the zone. It's National League football here. Gateshead versus Truro City. And this is how Truro line up here today. It's Dan Levercombe in goal. Zach Bell, Connor Riley Lowe is the captain. Will Dean, Yassine Ainani where's number 7. Dominic Johnson Fisher, Christian Oxlade Chamberlain, Lyra Kasani, former Gateshead player, Luke Jeffcott, Ryan Law, Sean Donnellan. And on the bench is, well, it's a little bit windy here, our team sheet is blowing all over. We've got Tyler Love Holmes, Sidig Sanago, Rikale Pike, Max Kinsley, Aidan Stone, Harry Kite, and we have Seiko Janner, who could make his debut today if he does come on. This is how Gateshead line up, and it is Tiernan Brooks in goal, Callum Johnson, Ibrahim Bakary, Will Flint, Captain Stephen Ferguson, Josh Holm, Fenton John, Jacob Butterfield, Kyle Hurst, Harry Chapman, and Frank Newbley. On the bench for Gateshead, it is Preston Leach, Kane Adam, Dom Telford, Curtis Edwards, Kyan Pennant, Max Melbourne, and Callum Bowen. And as we mentioned there, Mark, a very attacking lineup on the bench for Gateshead. So if they do need to change things up, there is an abundance of options there for them.
Yeah, there is, and options that I suppose Alan Armstrong will hope he doesn't have to use. But if he does, they are there. It's one of the first times this season he has been able to look to his bench and use those options if needed. So let's see how it goes. But yeah, Truro want to, they'll want to reward those fans for that remarkable journey they've made. So it's a dangerous game this for Gateshead. I think I'm right in saying that the worst home record in the league against the worst away record in the league.
Well, it's all set for a 0-0 draw here at Gateshead International Stadium.
You're welcome.
But but also the elephant in the room, I suppose, really not an elephant, but a discussion point about John Askey being heavily linked with the online, may it be said, the rumour mill, with the vacant manager's job at Altrincham. But as I say, at the moment, I think he's quite happy at Truro by the looks of it.
Sure, there'll be plenty of interest in that job. A great club, Altrincham, and quite surprised to see the manager leaving the club after the job that he'd done there, Phil Parkinson. So, yeah, I'm sure John Askey will not be the only one linked with it.
Well, we have been through the coin toss. Gateshead are going to be shooting towards the River Tyne. The visitors, Truro, will be shooting towards the Felon End. For our audio listeners, Truro all in light blue. You'll see a Coventry-style strip. Gateshead in their white and black, classic home strip. And we are not far from kickoff here, moments away. And thank you for joining us this afternoon on DAZN and on the Heed Army podcast audio stream. Well, the away fans in great voice at the moment to the north end of the Tyne and Wear stand. And the sun is more or less all bathed in sunshine. I wonder if it's any warmer out there on the pitch, Mark, than what it is here in the stand.
It doesn't look it.
It certainly doesn't. A little bit windy as well. It always is here at Gateshead Stadium. But it does feel a little bit more blustery than normal. There's a bit more gusto in those gusts, as it were. But we are just waiting for the referee to get us underway. And we are. Well, as ping the ball over towards the left-hand side, cleared by Gateshead. We're only as far as a Truro player on the far side. A little bit scrappy at the moment, but Truro in possession. As the ball goes out to play off a Truro player on the far side. We'll get names to numbers as we go. It's quite hard to see some of the numbers with the white numbers on the blue shirts and the bright sunshine.
You've seen a referee with a man bun, Dave?
I haven't. It might be a new trend. But Hurst lobs the ball forward for a run from Newbley. There's a nice. Did you see that was a five back to the?
Fired it back.
Yeah, fired it back to the goalkeeper. Launches the ball. Looks like the wind is with Truro in this first half as the ball bounces through to Tiernan Brooks, who gets his first touch and picks it up. Well, both teams looking to get this ball forward early as Newbley is the target. Brings the ball down. Did have a bit of a tussle there. And the ball goes out of play for a Gateshead throw this time. And I think it's going to take a few moments for both teams to settle down here.
Yeah, just getting used to the conditions. You can see it is blustery out there, isn't it?
Oh. Ball in the middle, nodded on by Fenton John, and Hurst gets it to Johnson, who tries to send Hurst away. Wynn just held that ball up slightly, and Truro can get the ball forward up towards Johnson Fisher. He's up next to the corner flag on the left-hand side, trying to get past Bakary.
That was a free kick, by the way.
Yeah, it looked like a shirt pull there, and the referee didn't give it. Johnson plays the ball down the line, but it's going to be picked up by Oxlade Chamberlain, I think it is.
Yeah, definitely free that one. Just pulled him back there, Bakary.
Yeah, it's, mind you, he's let the other one go there on Frank Newbley. There was hands on the shirt, but that one looked more blatant. So we'll see how this referee is going to let this game flow. Ball up towards Newbley, and the ball just hung in the air again there as Fenton John does well to hold off his man and wins a free kick.
No, I'd argue that's exactly the same as what Truro haven't been given.
Well, in the referee's defence, he was closer to that one. That's the only thing I'll say about that. But we are a free kick to Gateshead, 5 yards inside the Gateshead half. Quickly taken, but it's back to home. Flint just plays the ball back. Flint on loan from Doncaster Rovers for the season. Been in the northeast before on loan at Darlington last year as Newbley couldn't get the ball, but Butterfield did head it up. It's a little bit still scrappy at the moment, but now Truro on the far side and the ball forward to Johnson Fisher. He just couldn't get his foot on it to control it, and out it goes for a throw on the far side. We've got Megabus Dave listening in from St. Lucia, the Chambers family. So lovely. Having a nice listen over there. Definitely warmer there than it is here. 4 minutes gone, still 0-0 if you are just joining us. It's Newbley, heavily marked, but Hurst can try and get past his man, and a little bit too much of a task for him there. Out it goes for a throw-in. Well, the throw has been taken on the far side. Bakary puts it out for a throw. And just no real, hasn't really settled, has it? We haven't seen the ball on the grass very much.
I think you're just seeing the conditions winning the day at the moment.
Well, I think we might have a long throw coming here from the far side. All the players have went into the box, and it is going to be Oxlade Chamberlain who is going to be the man to deliver what I'm expecting is to be a rocket in the conditions. In comes the ball, goes right towards the edge of the 6 yard area, bounces and out for a goal kick. But very dangerous ball, that, Mark. It's quite the long throw.
Definitely caught the wind. Definitely caught it. It's a weird thing at the moment in football, isn't it? This obsession with long throwing.
Well, I was just about to go on to that because I was listening to a national radio station, and they pulled out a stat that there is 75% more long throws in this season than what has been in the last 10. So it's is it the new fad, shall we say? But Butterfield couldn't latch onto the ball there, and Dean does well, but the ball goes out for Gateshead. Ferguson takes the throw. Butterfield tried to play it to Chapman.
Not going to go though.
Oxlade Chamberlain has to hold it up and play it down the line. And Butterfield's ball didn't find its destination, and now Truro can break on this right-hand side as the ball played into the centre. It's done very well there from... he's got through. Can he get the finish away? Shot from a close angle. What a finish! What a finish! And I couldn't see who scored that one because the shirt number was blinded. Mark, could you see who scored that one?
I couldn't. It's a great finish.
What a finish from such an acute angle. A great run And as I say, it was all from Gateshead losing possession in the final third. And then they just couldn't defend it down this right-hand channel. It was Jeff Cock that played the ball forward, but the work that was done from, I think it might have been Donnellan that got the final shot away. And he took it practically down to the dead ball line. And, well, the only place he could get it was in the back of the net, was that angle that he did. It was a fantastic shot.
Yeah, Gateshead getting caught 2-2 at the back as well there. It's a great finish, it is, but I'll be a little bit concerned from Gateshead point of view of how easily he got in there. But fair play, I think it might have been Johnson Fisher, you know.
It might have been Johnson, Johnson Fisher.
Yeah. So, you know, it's a brilliant finish. It's a great run. It's a good pass into him as well. But Gateshead defensively, a lot of questions to be asked there.
Yeah, it was very easy to get in behind, but you cannot take the credit away from Johnson Fisher. That was a pinpoint accurate strike across the goal into the top corner. And, well, that one is definitely one for the highlight reel, as Gateshead having to defend again. Bakary gives it to Ferguson. Ferguson lost out, though, easily to Zach Bell. Bell plays it inside, and at the moment, Gateshead have won possession. They bring the ball forward. Home lays it off to Fenton John. Just has to check himself and play it to Ferguson. Butterfield gets it out to Chapman on this left-hand side now. And Gateshead just rattled a little bit there. As I say, the visitors trying to turn it on a little bit and play the ball forward as the ball bounces over the top of the players right through to Tiernan Brooks. And, well, from it looking a little bit scrappy, it's looking like the visitors on the front foot a little bit at the moment.
Yes, deservedly ahead, I guess you'd say, but it's just sloppiness, isn't it, from Gateshead all over the place, from from giving the ball away in the final third and wasting what was a quite promising situation.
Well, he's going to get through again. Johnson Fisher, he's on the far side. Flint has recovered to block the run, but there's going to come out to the left-hand side. Can they get the delivery in? They've got men loaded in the box. The right delivery can cause troubles. There's more on the far side, can try and bring it forward, crosses the ball in, and goes out for a corner off a Gateshead player. And at the moment, Gateshead, they are really just not adapting to the conditions or the pressure that's been put on them. Yeah,
they need to wake up the minute. But credit to Truro, they come out on the front foot, got that lead with a really good finish. And do you know what? They really look confident on the ball. They really look as if there's a lot of pace in behind. And Gateshead, as I say, just haven't got going.
Certainly haven't at the moment. We've got a corner on the far side. 9 minutes gone. It is Gateshead 0, Truro 1. And we wait for this corner to come in. Referee's just having a word with the players on the goal line there. There's a little bit of pushing and shoving. Wind really starting to push that corner flag over as it comes in. And there's a shot. Oh, save from Tiernan Brooks. He's got to it. And now Ferguson brings the ball away. Crossfield ball looking for the run of Hurst, who just has to hold it up. He's got the overlap if he wants it. And now Johnson drives forward. Chapman in the box. So is Butterfield, but he lays it back. And Hurst! Oh! Well.
Got to hit the target there.
Gateshead not making the goalkeeper work there. It was a good break. But just that final ball towards the goalkeeper wasn't forthcoming for Kyle Hurst. Gateshead proving they can find the gaps as well. But they find themselves a goal down already. 10 minutes gone here at Gateshead International Stadium. If you are just joining us, it's a bright day. At the moment, the sun is shining down on Truro City. As the ball bounces through, Johnson nods the ball out for a throw on the far side. And I'm wondering how much the conditions are having to play with this at the moment, because the Gateshead players are just happy to get that ball away from them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we can tell up here how blustery it is on the pitch, but quite clearly when you look at the difference between the goal kicks between the two keepers,
and the corner flag on that far side as well. But we're going to see another long throw from Oxlade Chamberlain. It's Chamberlain. He's got the height on that one. It's not that fast, but headed away. But Truro can pick it up, and at the moment, Gateshead just feel a little bit sluggish. Truro definitely got the wind in their sails. And now they look to build again left-hand side. Comes back across the defence. Crossfield ball, though, looking for the run of Hassani, but Tiernan Brooks was there to get that. Now he's passed it out to Ferguson, left-hand side. Ferguson gets past his man and can have some space to run into here. He does have Chapman on this left-hand side. Newbley in the middle. Oh, he threads it to Newbley, who has to just get back on it. Fenton John, if he looks up, there's Callum Johnson, puts it back into the mixer, headed clear. And now on the far side, Jeff Cock can hold it up and try and bring his teammates into play, and he does.
He probably could have hit that, you know.
Well, there's a foul being given away on Truro from Callum Johnson. Well, Truro fans in fine voice at the moment. Well, what the Gateshead haven't replied, but at the moment, Truro are enjoying themselves out there. Ball up towards Bakary, who heads it down. Ferguson puts it up towards Newbley, who brings it down. Was he fouled there? The referee says yes. He was tumbled to the ground by Enea. Well, we're waiting for this free kick in the centre circle mark. It's it's been an interesting start. Better for Truro, of course, but yeah, it's been difficult one to commentate on actually, because it's the flow isn't there, is it?
There's not from either side really, but Truro have, I think, unquestionably settled the quicker of the two sides away from the goal even.
As you see, the wind really did just dip that ball at the end. Butterfield does very well to get it under control. Feeds it to Harry Chapman, edge of the box. Drives in. It was a lunging tackle from Oxlade Chamberlain. Put across. Too high over Newbley's head, but Hurst is there to get it on the right-hand side of the box. Johnson on the corner. Gives it back to Hurst. Hurst looks to get past his man. Down to the dead ball line. Pulls it back across. Nobody there.
To be fair, if it's too high for Frank Newley, we know it's too high.
Yeah, it's
he's a big lad.
But promising signs for the Tynesiders. Another throw on the far side to Gateshead.
Yeah, there are signs of starting to settle and go into this game, but you need a quick start when you're at home. You need to take the initiative, and Gateshead haven't done that yet.
Well, having to battle to keep the ball on the right-hand side. And Fenton John, Butterfield plays the ball over the top, looking for a runner. And once again, you just see that wind hold the ball up a little bit. Another bounce.
See what's worrying there is that ball, you know it's going to hold up, yet no one's going to press the ball.
Yeah, no one's anticipating it. As Fenton John gives it back to Johnson. Back over the top to Fenton John. He looks up, has to get it back under control, cuts back on himself. And, well, Gateshead have men in the box, but there's no delivery as of yet. Home gives it back to Fenton John and fouled. Free kick, this time about 40 yards out. 5 yards from the right-hand touchline, and Fenton John is down injured at the moment. Just got clattered there. And we've got a message from Dom Mitchell. Come on, Truro City. Thank you very much for joining us. Well, free kick on the far side. Looks like Butterfield's going to be the man to deliver this in. And, well, I wouldn't want to be a goalkeeper in this situation with the way the ball's hanging up. If it gets into that sweet spot, the goalkeeper, he'll not want to come for it.
You can have to probably put some whip on it as well with the wind. Although it does look like, I was going to say it looks like it's died, because that corner flag down there is doing nothing yet. That one's good.
Yeah,
nuts.
I think that one's more firmly planted, Mark. Butterfield with the free kick. Goes down the line to Chapman. Chapman holds it up, plays it inside, and he's got to the ball. Gets a shot away, and it goes into the keeper's hands. He just scoops that up. And, well, Hurst did very well to get back up on his feet and turn, but just couldn't get the power on the shot. Plus, it was through a good crowd of players as well.
That might be going in.
Yeah, well, there's just an example of the wind there, how much it got carried through. Well, Home plays the ball back to Brooks. Brooks plays the ball forward. That's to nobody really. Headed forward by Dean. Nodded on, and now they can get the ball going forward here. And he's turned, and the shot on. There's a played on. Referee played it on. And I
Offside.
tell you what, there could be offside. Well, this could be pulled back. He hasn't. Well, there was a definite pull from a Gateshead player. Whether it was enough to warrant a free kick or not, Truro City, the bench, are not happy, and I can see why.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think Bakari is very, very, very lucky there. The offside flag, I think, has gone up it would have gone up before the offence. However, if that's me, if I'm in the Truro dugout there, or I'm in Truro shirt, I'm thinking that should be a red card.
Well, yeah, Gateshead did get there was a man advantage last week from a very similar circumstances away to Brackley Town, and I think Brackley can count himself lucky there. But as I said, Gateshead trying to move the ball forward has threaded through to Chapman, who has held it up. He's got the runner if he needs it. Comes through to Ferguson, needs the delivery, in it comes, and it's took a deflection for a corner. Gateshead moving the ball better in the final third.
I can't see this helping Truro's mood either. The fact Gates have gone straight on the front foot here.
Well, contentious moments here in the National League.
Especially if Bakari was scoring.
Oh, yes. Well, that would put the cat amongst the pigeons, but they need to get the ball amongst the players. And Butterfield is going to be the man to do that. In it comes, it goes through. It's been brought down by Ferguson.
Again, there's no reaction.
No one anticipating the second ball. A little bit flat-footed from the Gateshead team, but at the moment, say Johnson Fisher is absolutely full of running, and he is he's a small package of dynamite at the moment, isn't he? You just don't know which way he's going to go.
Yeah, he's causing all sorts of problems up there with his pace and his movement's really clever. It's clever movement that's causing Gateshead issues. My little bit of concern is just in front of the Gateshead back four. From their point of view, there's not a lot of protection going.
No, it doesn't seem to be there at the moment. It's neither John or Home really providing that at the moment. One of them needs to grab that by the scruff of the neck, but at the moment, Truro Dean plays a ball forward, looking for Johnson Fisher, who will control the ball, lay it back down the line, and there is men in the middle if they can get the delivery in, and Johnson Fisher looks to do so, and it's not a bad ball towards the back post, but just a little bit too much on it, and it goes out for a goal kick. But Mark, they're playing the game simple and effective. They're getting the ball into the box, and they're looking like they're going to, get a good chance each time they go forward.
The simple fact is that they're asking Gateshead problems that Gateshead can't answer. Asking Gateshead questions that Gateshead can't answer. And at the minute, there's nobody in a white shirt who's offside. There's nobody in a white shirt.
Johnson Fisher has the ball now, edge of the box. Home does dispossess, but it falls to another blue shirt into the middle, and that is going to bounce through for a goal kick. And at the moment, the communication doesn't seem to be there. As you've mentioned before, there's no cover for the back four at all. There's no one to pick up that second ball in midfield. But 19 minutes gone, about to go into the 20th minute. And if you're just joining us, it's Gateshead 0, Truro 1, and they're probably good value for their lead at the moment. And Johnson Fisher back on the ball. He's turned his man, and the referee, he's waved that one away as well. And tell you what, if the other one wasn't a red card, it could have been a yellow, and that could have been a yellow. So the referee, he's letting the game flow, rightly or wrongly. The Truro bench up in arms, and he's just given a little one to Gateshead there. And, questions to be answered after the game, Mark. As I say, there's a lot to talk about.
He might have a few to answer when the teams come off at half time. So I'm fairly certain John Askey will be asking those questions.
Jeff Cott goes down under a tackle from Butterfield, and the ironic cheers from the Truro fans go up, and can't really disagree with them.
No, you can't. I think they've got away with two now.
Well, Johnson Fisher, a real live wire. As we have a free kick here, they're going to use it to get the ball into the box here. Dean stands over the ball. They've committed a few forward, but Gateshead need to capitalise and pick up the second ball here if there is one. As the ball is cleared, Bakary, they've picked up the second ball by Truro, and at the moment you can just see Truro is going to pick up the second ball, but they've got the ball on the left-hand side. Cross comes in and has been headed away, and Gateshead do get the second ball this time, but lack of communication, and they cannot clear it, and Gateshead playing a very dangerous game, but the ball over the top looking for Nubley, who didn't get anywhere near to get the header there. And now Callum Johnson leaves it for Bakary puts it over the top towards Nubley, who's tussling. The wind just stopped that ball dead in the air, and Gateshead having to battle against a very tenacious Truro City and against the wind. But Johnson Fisher on the far side is absolutely here, there, and everywhere. But Gateshead do win the ball back. Can they use this wisely as the ball comes out to Hurst? Left-hand side, he has to cut in. Plays it to Jacob Chapman. He's the furthest man forward. Tries to send Hurst away. But balls like that, Ryan Law is going to eat up all day. And now he tries to send Jeffcott forward. And the ball nodded down. Bakary needs to be on his toes, and he is.
Done pretty well there, to be fair.
Well,
he's been given a torrid afternoon so far. He's offside.
Well, there's one thing you cannot dispute: the work rate and closing down from Truro City is absolutely phenomenal here this afternoon.
It is, yeah. As I say, Coes and Gates had all sorts of problems with the work rate and the intensity they're showing, just not letting Gateshead get out. And again, I mean, barring that sort of chance early on for Hurst, Gateshead just struggling to create. I think we should again say the wind is against them at the moment. But they're going to have to manage that situation, and there is ways and means of doing that.
Well, another long throw impending from Oxlade Chamberlain. Well, 23 minutes gone. If you are just joining us, where have you been? Where it is Gateshead 1, Truro 0. Yeah. Someone's in St. Lucia listening as the ball goes into the box. It's a long throw headed clear by Gateshead. They need to pick up these second balls to try and relieve some pressure, and they haven't again. As now on the far side, they cross the ball in. It's a dangerous. Fisher was there towards it, and it goes out for a goal kick. A corner even, sorry. I think he thought the keeper was going to get there, but at the moment, it's all Truro. And John Askey will be very, very happy with that.
Deserve to be ahead, and I mean, let's be honest, could be ahead by more. Gateshead just snoozing here at the moment.
Well, corner on the far side to the visitors. Jeffcott puts it in. Headed, well, it wasn't headed clear, it was ribbed clear by Flint. Harry Chapman tries to turn his man, but the ball goes out of play for a Gateshead throw on the halfway line. And Gateshead just the feel, I don't know, a lack of ideas, a lack of creativity.
I think that, yeah, that there is that, and I think the fact that they're just not, things just aren't linking at the minute. I think you could be looking at Alan, look, he's bench pretty quick. Alan Armstrong, to try and instigate something. There are options there. I'm not really sure Frank Newell's really holding the ball up as much as he would have wanted at the moment. No, I'm not doing that job.
Johnson Fisher again, and he's going to be set through on goal. Here he is, lays it off low, and now here comes the shot from Bell into the hands and stung and out for a corner. And tell you what, Gateshead, they're just leaving too many gaps.
They are there, but again, the defensive unit just isn't working at the moment. I think they're not getting enough protection in midfield. And Gateshead just looks so wide open. It's a real concern from Gateshead point of view. And you know, Truro are taking advantage of every single little break they're getting. They look dangerous every time they come forward, and it's purely because Gateshead just aren't organised at the back and look all over the place.
Well, they'll be looking to capitalise on this as soon as possible, Truro, if they can. Jeffcott puts the ball in. It's a low one this time. It's going to come back to him on this right-hand side. Crosses the ball in, takes a deflection, and Brooks can scoop that up at his near post. And, well, there is players warming up for Gateshead. Could there be change impending? As Butterfield brings the ball down. Was he fouled? Referee says yes. And that feels a little bit light for what we've seen from the other challenges. But ball quickly played, and that feels like a waste as Bell can hook that one clear and nodded forward, and Flint can put it back up. And we just seem to be playing into the hands of Truro with not keeping a hold of the ball. Well, they try and probe on the right-hand side, and Hurst loses it. And just got to say the work rate from all of the Truro players. I mean, the two wing-backs, the defenders, they're just on top of it as soon as the ball comes forward.
Yeah, first every ball. And looking really lively. I've been really impressed with Truro so far. Don't look like a side that haven't won too many games away from home this season.
Well, I'll say it's can't always take it on face value. You've got to see how they are on the day. And at the moment, Truro have turned up in force, on and off the pitch.
This is why we always talk about the National League being a completely unpredictable division. It's always this way where teams can go and trouble the best. And I think, teams at the bottom who are struggling can go anywhere and win. Obviously, Gateshead aren't. I don't think class is one of the best teams in the league at the moment. No. But, to come here and after that journey,
the fourth long throw from Oxlade Chamberlain. It's been nodded out for another corner. And at the moment, they're getting practice getting these balls into the box. They've tried to change it up with a couple of short ones, but I hazard a guess this one might come right into the mixer again.
I think Alan Armstrong might be considering a change already. He's looking down towards his subs.
I think Kane Adam was the first one sent out, so we'll see. There is a number of players there.
This is going right on top of Tiernan Brooks, I think.
In it comes. It's a great delivery. Nodded on into the back of the net. And into the back. I don't know who got the final touch, but there it is.
It's not given.
It hasn't been given, has it not? I couldn't tell you what it was disallowed for, but it seemed a beautiful set piece. And, Gateshead let off the hook yet again. Ball out to Johnson on the far side, who nods it forward to Hurst. Hurst, can he get under control? He can't. And Hurst is not having the greatest afternoon at the moment. It's just not happening for him. And maybe hoping to get that little bit of zip and maybe run onto a ball and try and create something. But the way the wind is, he's not. He hasn't settled into it, has he?
Gateshead honestly could be 3 or 4 down here already. They need to get their head in the game.
Well, Johnson does win the ball back. It's poked forward. Fenton John managed to keep the ball in and play it forward, and that's a free kick to the visitors. And it just feels like a hot potato. They're passing it without looking. And, there's no composure. No composure at all from Gateshead. And you can see by Alan Armstrong's demeanour on the touchline, he wants them to get it together.
Yeah, it's got to be right to be asking questions of his team at the moment. Too many players underperforming, being outran, outfought by their counterparts in the Truro side.
Well, the ball up and headed clear. Headed on again by Fenton John. Hurst manages to turn his man, but he cannot get onto the ball. And Riley Lowe on the far side wins a throw-in for his troubles. And, he just... another long throw that's going to come in from Oxlade Chamberlain. This is either the 5th or the 6th one. And they really do need to be winning the first header here and clearing the ball. Because
they do, because everyone's causing problems. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of long pieces, long throw-ins and set pieces like that, but
it's effective.
They are causing problems for Gateshead right now.
In it comes. It's another looping one right towards the edge of 6-yard. Free header, flicked on. And once again, Gateshead not getting anywhere near in the aerial battle in the box.
Yeah, it looks like a new look defence, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The way they're playing at the moment. And you think there's a lot of experience in there, but at the moment, it's just not happening for them.
Well,
again, we should give credit to Truro.
Truro
because Truro are really causing problems for that Gateshead backline. But I don't think the Gateshead players do themselves any favours.
They're not coping with the pressure. They're not coping with the movement. And dare I say, maybe not coping with the conditions. That could change in the second half. But at this moment in time, Gateshead, fair to say, just haven't really got out of first gear at the moment.
Just second every ball, to be honest.
But they are, look very fresh-legged, the visitors, but Gateshead bring it forward. There's Flint, carries it 40, 50 yards, plays it out to Ferguson. Ferguson gets through, gets it back. It's a lovely touch from Chapman. Ferguson, can he lay it off for the shot? Butterfield, he's got men around him. Gateshead have the ball now, left-hand side, crossed in. Just nobody there at the back post. It's going to be good under control from Johnson to Hurst. And, Fenton John plays inside to Home. Home needs to be quick to get it out from under his feet, and he was. Butterfield out to Chapman. This is better from Gateshead. They're probing. Left-hand side of the box. Twisting and turn. Goes for curling, I don't know if it was a cross or a shot in there, but cleared. And now Johnson Fisher can get away with the ball here. He's driving with it. It's too easy for him. There's gaps aplenty. Can he get through the three players in front of him? If he can, it's bad news. Gets a shot away and across the goal. And I tell you what, Gateshead need to really up their game in defending because three players around him and he just ran forward like there was nobody there.
Yeah, Gateshead with a good spell of pressure there, and then it's just too easy for Truro to break. It's embarrassingly easy, if I'm honest. And look, I think Dominic Johnson-Fish has been absolutely brilliant in this first half an hour. It looks like he's going to cause problems every time he gets on the ball.
One of our listeners, Finley loves his dogs, has asked to know what the goal was disallowed for. I'm surmising a push. It's the only thing I can think. To be honest, I thought it was a goal as it happened, but Gateshead on the attack, far side now. Callum Johnson can bring the ball forward, drives into the box. Can he cross it in down to the dead ball line? Gets across and ricochets off the leg of a Truro player and can be cleared up the pitch. And
Great
that
touch.
man, Johnson Fisher, was wiped out there by Home. The trailing arm, I think the referee's always going to side with that. And a free kick just inside their own half. And 33 minutes gone. Gateshead 0, Truro 1. And at the moment, Alan Armstrong just settles in the dugout there. I think he might give it till half time before he makes any changes here, but if it carries on like this for the rest of the first half, Mark, you would imagine something has to be done at half time.
It does, and I'd argue at both ends of the pitch as well, because I think defensively and at the top end of the pitch, Gateshead haven't quite been at it.
Well, they're using the wind every time here, the long free kicks or throws. Up it goes. Bakary can head it clear. Oh, he didn't land that well there, Gateshead player. It's going to fall to Chapman, who can clear it and relieve some pressure there. And Gateshead can push out, but Truro put the ball back over the top. Flint can win a free header. He had more time than he thought there, but now Ferguson nods it down to Chapman. Chapman inside to Home, and Chapman gets the ball back, but the work rate off the ball from the visitors, it's a joy to watch. They really are pushing Gateshead back. They're doing everything right, and Gateshead haven't posed the right question, but that's a lovely turn from Fenton John. But loses out the ball and gives away a free kick in the process. He was too busy complaining to the referee before the free kick was given. And there just needs to be some deep breaths, I think, on a Gateshead perspective, and try and compose themselves something here. But yet again, they're going to use the wind to their advantage here. Another opportunity to loft the ball to the edge of the box. Dean puts the towards the edge of the box, headed clear by Gateshead. Can Hurst get onto this one? He can't. Hassani got there in front of him, and Hassani can calmly play that ball back. And at the moment,
it's the first time we've seen some pressure high up the pitch from Gateshead.
Yeah, move the ball back. Bakary wins the header up in the air. The second ball picked up though by Truro. Bell cannot get to it. Ferguson can, and Chapman can turn and try and get this ball moving forward outside of the boot to try and get it to Newbley, and he has got it now through poor passing of Truro and Fenton John. Nice bit of trickery to hold the ball up. Butterfield, if he looks across, Johnson's in space on the far side. Nearly, he's seen Jeffcutt was there. Ferguson now. Home. Back to Flint. Flint back to Tatum Brooks. It's the first time we've seen Gateshead really camped out in the opposition area, but the ball forward, not the greatest. And it's going to fall to Flint, who does very well. Jeffcutt lost his foot in there. Strong play from Flint. But still, we're yet to see Gateshead really get into this game. There's his ball down the line looking for Hurst. That's a good one. In fact, it's Josh Home that's found himself up there now. Hurst on the ball. Hurst drives forward with it. Lays it off to Newbley. Newbley from the edge of the box goes for a shot. Oh, good save down to his left-hand side.
It's better.
It's better from Gateshead. You would expect the keeper to save that
You
one.
would. That's exactly what I was going to say there, Dave. It's better from Gateshead, but it's a save you would expect. You would expect Dan Lowcombe with his experience and ability to make. It's not a massive test for him.
Well, ball falls nicely for Chapman. Ferguson plays the ball to Newbley, who's starting to hold the ball up better now. Butterfield needs options, finds Johnson on the far side. Ball forward for Josh Home. It does poke the ball out to Hurst. Hurst running with the ball. His first touch was a bit heavy, and that's great defending from Ryan Law. Too easy for him, though. Well, whether it be first touch or anticipation of the final ball, Gateshead will definitely getting the grade D at the moment. What can happen in the final 9 minutes of this first half? Can Gateshead ask some questions? Can they make the goalkeeper work more? Or will Truro continue the way they're going? As the ball goes through, and now Johnson Fisher is in behind the defence. There's a man on the far side. I think it's Bell. In comes the delivery now. It wasn't the greatest. Bell can get to the ball, though. Lays it off. And at the moment, Truro just seems to be an extra blue shirt on the pitch at the moment, but Gateshead have done well to win the ball back. Chapman drives down this left-hand side. He's got Newbley in the middle. He's still going. Chapman gets past Dean. Can he lay it off? Oh, and it's just all his running was done. And I just think his legs couldn't get it there. But the ball out. Good pressure from Gateshead. They win it back. Ferguson tries to chip the ball over towards Newbley. Didn't get it off the grass, really. But Gateshead winning the ball back now. Ferguson, we're starting to see a little bit more from Gateshead now. Home up towards Newbley, but all day that'll be the defender who can put it out, and Donnelly. Well, can Gateshead utilise a long throw themselves here? Doesn't look like it. Goes to Hurst. Back to Johnson. Hurst. Well, Newbley on the edge of the area, waiting for the ball. He's got it. He's got a man holding on to his back of his shirt. And Butterfield back out to Johnson. Johnson has the underlap of Hurst. Hurst needs to give it back to Johnson. No, Newbley on the edge of the box. Tries to get past his man and loses it. And now Johnson Fisher can drive forward. He's going to get past. And that's a cynical one from Josh Home. And he's going to get a yellow for that one, pulling the shirt.
So poor from Frank Newell. He's got so many options on there.
Well, don't know how many times I can say it, but Dominic Johnson Fisher looks like, even when he was running up against four men, he's got the beating. Even though he's 10 yards behind them. You just worry anytime he gets a bit of space, Mark, on the ball. His dribbling is impeccable.
Yeah, his pace, his movement, his ability to run into space and pose questions of defenders is really making him man of the match so far by quite some distance as well. And I'm just frustrated with Gateshead's decision making at the moment from their point of view. You look at, they have options on the attack. You have better decisions to be made, and they're just not seeing them at times. I think Chapman's the one bright spot. He's looked dangerous, but apart from that, I mean, Truro should really be further ahead.
Ball up towards the edge of the area. Gateshead have to try and win the second ball. They don't, and now the shot from Donnelly. Oh, he gets the shot away, and Jeffcott can get the ball on the far side of the box. They just latch onto them loose balls. A lovely cross in it comes, and there's the finish. He come wandering in. Oxlade-Chamberlain shouldn't have really been able to get to it. The finish was good. But once again, Gateshead caught at the back.
Yeah, so poor. Gateshead just not managing the situation at all there. It's too easy. The ball's coming too easy. The man's got the ball at the back post too easy. It's just too easy for Truro, full stop. And what you will say with Truro, I think they are taking advantage of everything Gateshead are offering them here. Every little, every pitfall Gateshead could fall into, they are. Every shortfall that they're creating for themselves, Truro are taking advantage, and they fully deserve. Full
credit to Oxlade-Chamberlain there. It was between goalkeeper and defender. He managed to get that in the back of the net, and there's a few Gateshead subs going to warm up straight away, and some people have seen enough of this half. They're going to get their half-time refreshments 5 minutes early. And Mark, it's a big...
I think some of them have had too many refreshments already.
Yeah, and I think this could be a very steep second half for Gateshead to climb. Well, Fenton John lays the ball off to Ferguson. Flint back to Brooks. And we're going to have to see something noteworthy in the second half from this Gateshead side, Mark, to avoid the criticisms. To be fair, yeah,
they would deserve every little bit of criticism that comes their way. There is no defending what's gone on this first half. You can say the wind and all that sort of stuff, but there are too many poor decisions being made.
Well, there's two teams playing in the same conditions. Yes, I know Gateshead playing into the wind, but the wind hasn't affected Gateshead's performance. We can say it's a factor in the match, but there hasn't been a ball over the top and a player left stranded and the ball's been behind him. It has to be down to decision making and the quality, and the quality just hasn't been there in this first half.
There's been very few bright spots of any. As I say, Chapman has done well in spurts, but he hasn't really had enough of the ball. But it's just been too easy for Truro. And let's be honest, if it was 4 or 5, then Gateshead couldn't really complain.
Well, as I say, it could easily be 4 or 5 here. Really, with 2 goals disallowed, it could have been 4. Although 1 goal was disallowed, 1 was already offside. But Gateshead could be down to 10 men as well. It's such a gap in quality here this afternoon as Truro play the ball forward. Jeff Cock can get forward onto it, and we're seeing players commit to run for the ball, whether it's and it's the attackers that are getting there. The defenders are just flat-footed, for want of a better phrase. They're just not there.
Yeah, someone I think needs to take command here again. As I say, we focus on Gateshead for obvious reasons, but I think, excuse me, you have to pay a lot of credit to the visitors here. I think they're coping with it. We talk about conditions. There is a lot of wind going around. It is in their favour at the moment, but they are taking full advantage of that, and they've done everything right. They've played the conditions really well. They've got forward whenever they can. They've looked dangerous. They've played in behind Gateshead well. They've made the right,
and they've committed when they've went forward as well.
Yeah.
Well, Bakary plays the ball forward to Nublé, who holds it up, lays it back to Bakary, and now Butterfield can bring the ball forward over the halfway line, left-hand side of the pitch, plays it through the centre. Home has made a probe and run forward, out to Chapman. Chapman did have Ferguson on the overlap, but he had a marker. In it goes to Nublé on the edge of the box. Holds it up, gets it to Butterfield. Chapman, lovely ball to Butterfield. Can he get it across the box? Down to the dead ball line, he couldn't get it onto his left foot. Back to Chapman. Chapman gets free. And that's a pull down. And it's a free kick on the edge of the box. Another yard. That could have been a red card. Wow. There's a lovely bit of footwork from Chapman to get it through the legs. He was wrestled to the ground. I think the Truro players hurt himself in the fall.
Got to be a booking, I think.
Yeah.
Surely.
Wow. Breaking play for the player down at the moment. I think it's Zach Bell. Seemed to land on his nose by the looks of it, or clattered on Chapman at some point. Chapman just seeing if he's all right. Nice bit of sportsmanship. But we are waiting for Zach Bell to receive his treatment. There will be down to 10 men after this for the obviously on the field treatment at the moment. Gateshead use that in their favour. Well, Fenton John talking to the 4th official there, as is Teenan Brooks. Zach Bell's still down. I hope he hasn't broke his nose. There's still receiving treatment. He's lying flat on his back at the moment. Well, we've got... it would help if the 4th official actually showed the board to the crowd.
There will be a minimum of 2 minutes.
Or 2 minutes. At least someone got to see it at the other end of the stadium. But it is currently we're 2 minutes to be added on. I'd imagine there might be about 3-4 minutes because of this stoppage here. Gateshead currently 2-0 down. Truro, much the better. They took their chances. They've worked hard. And they've made Gateshead make mistakes. And they haven't picked up the second ball a lot today, Gateshead. Well, didn't look a particularly heavy fall, but obviously he's caught himself on the way down.
Yeah, I don't know if his Chapman's gone down. Is he maybe just landed on him, maybe?
Don't know if he's caught a...
Or has a boot come up and caught him, maybe?
Still receiving treatment. No. Butterfield in deep conversation with the referee. Wind has played havoc with our team sheets here today, Mark. Zach Bell's up. And he receives his yellow card.
He can't be arguing that's not a yellow card.
Yeah. Well, it's a couple more inches further forward and that would have been a penalty. But Gateshead have a free kick here now. And, well, we're nearly past the 2 minutes of added on time. I imagine it's been stopped, the clock. So I think we could have 3.5 to 4 minutes here, Mark, still to play.
Guess I need to commit someone else in the box here. I think there's no need for 3 to be outside. They need one back.
Well, Truro, every man back at the moment. I think that's maybe why they have committed a bit more with the man advantage, but the delivery has to be right. In it comes. Bakary heads it back across, and there is Johnson Fisher, who can hook the ball clear. Still in play as Tiernan Brooks comes right across to get that ball to Fenton John, and he can carry this ball up to the halfway line. Butterfield, Chapman lofts it up towards Newbley. Wasn't the greatest ball, and Gateshead will pick up possession through Johnson to Fenton. John, back to Johnson. Zach Bell is allowed to re-enter play. And he's went straight in right back where he was. And at the moment, I say the visitors happy just to clear the ball, and when it comes their way, Bakary gives it to Captain Ferguson. Chapman left-hand side. We know he can get past Bell. Can he do it again? Takes down to the dead ball line, wins a throw-in right on the corner flag. Quickly taken. Ferguson gives the ball to Butterfield. Butterfield looking to... Well, he was hoping, I think, Frank Newbley would have been in that area. But now the visitors can bring the ball away. And Johnson Fisher here, he's just on the shoulders waiting for a ball forward. His positioning is absolutely fantastic.
I think you're going to see Ken Adam on second up. He's just gone down the tunnel there with his shirt, looking as if he's going to be getting ready.
Yes. Well, I think you might hear something about maybe the hairdryer treatment at halftime, quite possibly. Well, we'll have to see.
Head clash there.
There's players
Referee
are down.
just ignore it.
Yeah, 2 players went down. Head injury. I think the referee might blow the whistle soon.
Why not just blow it now?
Yeah, I think that'd be the common sense thing to do. I'm sure Truro wouldn't complain too much, especially with the scoreline the way it is. But as I say, a big thank you for joining us today on DAZN and, of course, on our Heed Army podcast audio stream. And, well, if you're a Truro fan, it's a nice afternoon. A very nice afternoon on Tyneside. Gateshead fans will be one of disappointment and frustration. But we still have 45 minutes to go in the second half. You know, Gateshead have had a comeback against Yeovil when they were 3-0 down at half-time to win 4-3 with the last kick of the game. Is there magic in the air for that today? Or have Truro marked their territory early and enough to hold on for the win? It's going to be a drop ball, far side. An opportunity to get the ball in the box for Truro. And this, I would hazard a guess, Mark, if they got something here, that would kill the game off. But there's the half-time whistle, and it is Gateshead 0, Truro 2. And John Askey makes his way down the tunnel. He'll be very happy from what he's seen from his side here this afternoon, Mark.
He will. Very happy. They've been excellent from. I was going to say 1 to 11, but it's not really 1 to 11 anymore, is it? But from goalkeeper to strikers have been near perfect. I think they managed the situation, the conditions brilliantly. Certainly better than Gateshead have, albeit with the wind in Gateshead's favour. But I think when you look at the striker or the forwards, as a unit, they're working really well for Truro. They're holding the ball up when they need to. They're looking threatening every time. And Gateshead just haven't managed the conditions. As difficult as they are, they haven't managed them very well. There's no cohesion. And look, I'm normally critical when Gateshead do get booed off at half time because I think it's very early to go. But I've got to be honest, for the first time, I think that they fully deserve it. This game, they've been so poor. The only bright spot, again, I will say, is Chapman. I think Chapman's been brilliant left-hand side. And there is a lot of work to do here for Gateshead.
There certainly is. We'll let you know if there is any changes at half time when we come back from our break. We'll be back with the half time scores as well. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Once again, thank you for your company this afternoon. And thank you to Mark for joining us on co-coms as well. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Held at the first attempt at his near post, and then a spell of pressure.
Hello. Hello there and welcome back for the second half here at Gateshead International Stadium. It is currently Gateshead 0, Truro 2. I'll go through the half-time scores in the National League. The teams are coming back out onto the pitch, but as it stands in the National League, Braintree 0, Altrincham 0, Eastleigh 0, Morecambe 0. Forest Green are winning 1-0 at home to Boreham Wood. Hartlepool 1 goal to the good against Solihull Moors at home. It's Scunthorpe 2, Aldershot 1, Southend 0, Brackley 0, Wheelstone 1, Sutton 2, and it is 0-0 between Woking and Rochdale, and Yeovil are a goal to the good against Carlisle. So hopefully in this second half you might be able to hear my co-commentator, because apparently he couldn't in the first half. So hopefully you can on the zone for this second half, and we'll be bringing Mark back in very, very soon. So as I say, hopefully we are going to be coming through loud and clear. But we are going to be bringing you this full the full second half commentary here from Gateshead versus Truro. And Truro, 2 goals is good. And it does look like Gateshead are going to make a double substitution here in the first half. So we'll see exactly how they are going to line up very, very soon, and who has been replaced in the second half. So hopefully we'll know who that is. But we can see Kane Adam and Max Melbourne are stripped and ready to go. I'm trying to see who isn't back out for the... I think Kyle Hurst is a player that won't be back out for the second half. And I'm trying to see who the other player is, but we'll have that confirmed very, very soon for you. We'll test it. Hopefully we'll find out if they can hear the second mic in a minute when Mark gets back and ready to jump on. And as I say, if anyone can let us know on the chat facility if we're sounding all right still, please let us know, and we'll try and rectify anything if we can, if it isn't coming through loud and clear. So I'm just going to ask Mark if he can jump on. We'll see if we can see if your microphone is working now, Mark. We'll find out. So hopefully people can hear you, Mark.
Well, or hopefully not for that case.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to stand up and say to our cameraman to see if they can hear you, Mark. If Mark can talk.
Yep.
Yep, we can. We've got
definitely
we've got the thumbs up, Mark. You're officially here.
Well, I apologise in advance for being back, but yeah, it looks.
It does look like Kyle Hurst has been one of the players that hasn't come back out for the second half here. I'm trying to see who the other player is, because Kane Adam and Max Melbourne are stripped and ready to go.
Flint?
It does, yeah. So it looks like Flint and Hurst, the Doncaster duo, are off at the moment. The visitors are coming back out onto the pitch here, and we are moments away from the second half. Of course, kicking off a little bit late due to the 2 injuries at the back end of the first half here. But full match commentary, Gateshead versus Truro City here. Gateshead 0, Truro 2 is the current score, and you won't miss a kick here with us in the second half. Remember, if you're listening on the zone, apologies for our audio problems where you couldn't hear Mark in the first half. That was very well timed, and we can confirm that Hurst has left the pitch for Kane Adam, and Will Flint has been replaced by Max Melbourne. So we'll see. Looks like for like they're going into the same positions. So will that make a big difference here for Gateshead? Gateshead shooting towards the Felon end, the visitors towards the River Tyne, and the referee is just checking with everybody, and we are moments away from getting this second half underway.
Half-time substitutions for Gateshead.
Yeah, it feels like Gateshead have to make have to make a strong start to the second half. They have to take the game to Truro and really try and lay the foundations for what would be a completely unexpected comeback. We spoke about the conditions a lot in the first half, Dave, and rightly so, because it is, the wind is still going in one direction. That is towards the goal that Truro will be defending.
Well, we'll certainly see how much of a difference it has on Gateshead's game in the second half, but they have to attack. They have to go into it as Chapman chases down, and
that would have
been a fantastic start. But Levercombe can clear the ball. Gateshead still in possession through Butterfield, who thought he was fouled. Ball played forward for Johnson Fisher to try and chase onto, and that win just takes it out of play on the far side. Well, Ferguson wearing the captain's armband today in the absence of Kenton Richardson, who unfortunately went down with a reoccurrence of his injury at Brackley last week after coming on as a substitute. And at the moment, Jeff Cott puts the ball over the top, and Melbourne hooks the ball clear under pressure. Ball over the top, though. Ferguson does clear it to Home. Home dispossessed, though, and that was good work, though, from Nnaye. And ball goes out of play. Well, it's a free kick, actually. And, well, Gateshead have a set piece to defend here. Well, sending up some of the big men, Truro.
You just want to find a reason for positivity, don't you, in the second half early on for Gateshead and something.
There has to be an improvement of some sort.
Oh, massive improvement. Massive improvement.
Well, we're going to see the free kick come in. Oxlade Chamberlain at the back post. It's a looping one into the box. It's been headed away by Fenton John and out for a throw on the far side. And, well, Oxlade Chamberlain trots across to take this one, and we know exactly what he's going to do from this territory.
It's going to hold up as well, though, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah.
It's, if anything, blow away from goal. So he's got to be careful how he takes this one.
Well, he's in the part of the pitch on the left-hand side. That's only got a little bit of sunshine left. Oxlade Chamberlain.
Lucky him.
Yeah. As he launches this one in, it hangs a little bit, the ball in the air. Hasn't been cleared by Gateshead. It has now. As Gateshead just need to get this second ball, and the ball goes through. As Johnson Fisher was there, ready to pounce. Has been cleared, though. Johnson down the line, looking for Kane at arm, who tries to chase down. Oh, and bad communication from the Truro defence as Butterfield tries to spray the ball over to Ferguson. Had to shield his eyes from the sun, but now Chapman drives forward, cuts inside of the ball. Can he go for a shot? And go, oh, hits off, comes on a Truro man and out.
Better. Yeah, I mean, look, you kind of hope from a Gateshead point of view that you've underestimated the conditions a little bit, don't you? And they play a big part, but they've got to take advantage of the man's away. Truro did in the first half, and it's been a better start from Gateshead, but that's only because it couldn't have gone any worse first half.
Certainly couldn't. Well, Butterfield going to take the corner on the far side. In it comes. There's a few bodies on the floor, and the ball goes through. The referee says no, and Ferguson is...
Oh, I tell you what, he's got his arms around his neck.
Yeah, he seemed to be pulled to the ground.
I looked that way at first. I don't know if there's replays anywhere, but...
Well, we're not blessed with replays at our commentary position, but Ferguson hands on the back of his head in disbelief that wasn't awarded.
It's definitely a question to be answered.
Clearance only as far as Chapman. And Chapman on the left-hand side up against Bell, cuts in and falls. We've had a bit of a battle this afternoon as Chapman and Bell. It's a throw-in on the far side to Gateshead.
As I say, I think he might hurt himself, Chapman. He's just he's holding ginger there, isn't he?
Holding his back, doesn't he? Lower back. So Butterfield puts it over the top for Newblade to try and run onto. Chases down, ball played off Chapman, and it's a goal kick. Well, slight improvement in the few seconds we played in this second half, a few minutes, should I say. And they need to continue and build on that. But Truro, we know exactly their strong points at the moment. But they've got a 2-goal cushion, and they can, I wouldn't say rest easy, but they can manage the game a little bit different to what they did in the first half.
And that's the challenge for them now. It is game management, and just making sure that they kind of see off any initial reaction from Gateshead and allow themselves to build on that.
Well, ball nodded forward. Chapman tries to keep it in, but it goes out for a throw on the far side. Just a little bit. I think we might have maybe underestimated the conditions in the first half because it's been a little bit sloppy from Truro so far, trying to get that ball forward. Well, Bell launches this one down the right-hand side. Hangs up in the air again a little bit there. Jeffcott does manage to get it to a teammate as Fisher dispossessed, and there's a free kick awarded to Gateshead. There was an arm from Fisher around, I think it was Melbourne's neck, wasn't it? Well, Backery to Johnson. Puts a ball up towards Newbley, whose shirt is being absolutely pulled round him. Kane gets onto it, and it's going to be a free kick given to Gateshead.
Here's a question for you, Dave. If the one on Dom's a foul, how is the one on Newell not a foul? It's exactly the same offence.
Crazy. Well, a lot of remonstrating with the linesman there.
I'd be saying the same thing if it was the other way around. And I think first off, there was a lot of inconsistency in performance from the referee. Well, and Truro arguably probably suffered more than Gateshead. Well, did.
Well, Butterfield has an opportunity from this right-hand side to whip a ball into the box. 52 minutes gone.
Really going to whip in, isn't it?
Oh, he hasn't got the connection he wanted on it, and cleared by the first man. Johnson, good header, puts it back out to Butterfield. Gateshead camped out inside the
it's offside
half as the ball. Oh, and that's a poor communication, and the goalkeeper saves his blushes on the far side there and crashes into the upright. But the first little bit of lack of communication we've seen from the visitors.
It is. They've been absolutely inch perfect, haven't they, defensively in terms of communication and discipline and all that sort of stuff, but just didn't quite happen there.
Ferguson to Butterfield. Chapman tries to get it into the middle. There's a lot of shirt holding and pulling still. Johnson gets the ball, plays it down the line. Now it's back to Johnson from Fenton John. Johnson gets past his man. He's done very well. He's just took it away. Just couldn't get the ball from underneath his feet. And Backery up against Jeffcott. And Backery has the ball. And was that a foul? We couldn't see for the dugout. So it must have been prodded out. And it's been given to Truro.
Kenneth Dom's looked lively since he's come on, hasn't he? You just want to get him involved in the game. I wonder if at some point we may see him through the middle instead of out wide.
Quite possibly. As I say, it's a way of asking more questions at the moment as the ball stays in play. Oh, it's went out.
That's a Gateshead ball.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the linesman didn't know.
Does the linesman know he's meant to give the decision?
Great. Up forward to Newbley, who nods it on to Adam. Adam couldn't win the aerial battle, but it falls to Butterfield, and that's an arm across the chest. But ball forward, nodded on by Adam, but cleared by Truro, and Jeff does very well there. Didn't need to hold it off, but Gateshead do pick up the loose ball. Kane Adam. Johnson puts over the top for the run of Fenton John, and the defence does very well to put. Oh, great stuff from Adam. He blocks it and brings the ball down. Right hand side of the box. Cuts inside. Oh, he's still going. Adam goes for a shot. What a goal! Oh, something out of nothing! It was the hard work of Adam. He chased it down, and then might have been a little bit fortunate for a deflection, but they all count.
Yeah, I mean, he's done brilliantly to block the initial clearance, hasn't he? And he's made full advantage of it. And it's hard to know what he's doing if he's trying to put the ball into, a low ball in the area, but it's gone through everyone and gone on the far side. I actually think he may be going for that.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it took a little nick there, but it seemed to take a little while to get there. But, well, we wanted a question. We wanted an improvement from Gateshead. We've got it.
Dom Telford straight out to warm up as well.
Well, maybe we did a disservice a little bit to the conditions because it's a different Truro that's come out. But that man, Johnson Fisher, great tackle from Backery, and he plays it off the man and goes inside. It's going to fall to Kane Adam. He's got space to run into, and Chapman's on the far side. It's a nice ball if it can get to it. Oh, he has managed to keep it in. Done very well there, Chapman.
Very well.
And much like the first half, we're seeing a little bit of wind in the sails of Gateshead from their first goal.
Yeah, again, Dave, I think we possibly underplayed just how crucial the conditions are here, Gateshead, with the wind at the backs now, clearly taking advantage of that, just as Truro did in the first half.
Brooks looks to get out to Johnson. Oh, the captain didn't control it, and Kane had on, and he's being held. As Fenton John picks it up.
Oh, he's going to hit that.
I thought he was going to hit it, but Fenton John's still going. Oh, just
Why has he not
dispossessed.
played it?
Just couldn't lay it off, and now it's a foot race between Johnson, Fisher, and Bakary. The ball bounces. Oh, great
better,
stuff from Bakary, and Johnson. Fisher goes down injured. I think he's just twisted his knee there. He's up, but it's a hamstring. Oh, that's not a good sign for Truro. He's holding the back of his fight. Yeah,
back of his knee as well, Dave.
Yeah, it's gets it on the attack. Bakary get out to Kane Adam, plays it inside. Fenton John finds himself in an attacking place, and now Johnson. Kane Adam back to Johnson. Home, giving it to Newbley, who stands up well, holds it off. Now Butterfield back to Newbley. It's confident play from Gateshead at the moment. That's a lovely ball to Fenton John. Pulls it across. There's nobody there.
Great balling,
Oh, that was a really dangerous ball.
Yeah, crowd reacting here.
Tyne Weir stand appreciating what they're saying, and the few Gateshead players getting up to get involved there. And I think this could be the end of Dominic Johnson Fisher's afternoon, which would be a real shame. He's holding his head. I think he knew straight away after that tackle with Bakary that something went awry in the back of his right knee or the thigh. Obviously not medically trained here, but you would hazard a guess that could be hamstring, Mark. And if it is, that's a real blow because he's had a fantastic afternoon.
It did look like hamstring straight away, or certainly back of his knee maybe, which would be even more concerning, I think.
Well, he's receiving treatment at the moment, but I think that I think that's the end of his afternoon there.
It's a real blow as well. He's been, best player on the pitch, hasn't he?
He's been a live wire, hasn't he? He's, he's made things happen, and unfortunately for him, it's looks like it's the end of his afternoon here. With 56 minutes gone, Gateshead on the score sheet. It's Gateshead 1, Truro 2. Players just taking a moment to get some water on board. It does look as though I can't see the shirt number. He's went and turned away. I thought I was about to get a glimpse of who the sub could possibly be. But it does look as though Johnson Fisher could be. Yeah, I think that they're not going to risk him. Well, he's trying to move that leg. He's coming off the pitch. He isn't hobbling as much, but he's obviously in some discomfort. I don't know if he's actually going to come back on, is he? Well, he's not going to let a little niggle ruin his afternoon by the looks of it. Looks like he is going to come back on. We'll see how he does. There was a player stripped and ready to go. He sits back down on the bench as Ferguson lets the ball go out and throw into Gateshead. Melbourne passes it to Brooks. Brooks gives it to Bakary. And Bakary just slows it down and completely the body language is different from Gateshead in the second half. Even before the goal, there's a more composure here. And as you said, Mark, it could have been the conditions, but Fenton John holds it up on the edge of the box, gets it to Newbley. Newbley loses the ball, and the ball played forward. But Bakary's there just to put it back up towards there. And there's another player down. It's number 7. It's Eni.
It's going to stop it.
And he's in some discomfort. I don't think this is one where it's any play acting or time wasting here. He went down in some discomfort straight away. So Yazanie is receiving treatment now. Dom Telford trots back to the bench. He's well wrapped up, by the way, Dom Telford.
Yeah, rightly so.
Well,
it is a head injury.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was at first. I've got to be honest. I thought he was holding lower down, but Yeah, this doesn't look great.
No, he's still receiving treatment at this moment in time.
Cold, Dave. It's really cold there, isn't
It
it?
has, yeah. There's
Wind.
definitely a breeze coming in from the River Tyne. Some of the home fans are not too concerned at the moment, but as we've seen in the past, you have to look after head injuries no matter what, and we hope that he's all right.
Let me know the 50-50 prize has been claimed. Thanks for your participation.
Well, 61 minutes gone. We've got another break in play here. You'd hazard a guess at the moment. We've got 4 minutes added on already. He's holding his head. He's Is it going to be a drop ball for Gateshead? Referee says yes. Oh, that wind is absolutely bitter. Well, looks like he's going to come back on. Fourth official has marched down the touchline to bring him up to between the dugouts. Proactive fourth official as Newbley. Oh, the ball nearly went through for Fenton John there, and the captain for the visitors, Riley Lowe, wins a throw in.
Yeah, you're probably looking at still having 35 left here.
Oh, that's one of the analysts on the bench there got a ball to the head. Long ball forward, but Bakary is there to clear it up. Comes back towards Melbourne, who nods it up in the air. Butterfield. Oh, it's going to fall for Newblade to chase on to. Lovely first touch. Takes himself out to the left-hand side. He has Ferguson coming if he needs him. Cuts in. Plays it inside to Chapman. Oh, he tried to play it back.
It was a lovely
and
idea.
Now we're going to see if Johnson Fisher has shown any ill effects. Oh, well, he's pulling on Melbourne's shirt.
They're both as much as each other there.
They are, and the ball goes out of play for a throw to the visitors.
Yeah, I think they both had hands on each other, didn't they?
Yeah. Become more apparent as the tussle went on, didn't it? Well, we just seem to, with those two injuries, we've lost the momentum that was in the game. Bell puts the ball up towards Jeffcott. The man on the far side. Bell plays it forward for himself to run onto, but he can't keep it in. And that goes out as there's a few Gateshead players going through the warm-up. Cian Pennant.
Yeah, you wouldn't be shocked if you did see him at some point, but a pace.
I think, yeah, this game is definitely lending towards it with the wind behind the backs. But at the moment, Newbley holding the ball up well. A bit of trickery to get the ball up the pitch. And this is where Gateshead need to pick up the second ball and try and just create something out of it. But
it's going to hold up
at the moment as Bakary, the bounce just did him there as Johnson Fisher holds the ball up. He's laid it through and a shot off.
What a tackle that is, by the way.
Well,
what a tackle from Callum Johnson.
Yeah, he just like I say, it looks just about to pull the trigger. And well, on his blind side comes in and makes a crucial tackle. Corner.
I'd say he saved the goal there.
65 minutes gone. Corner to the visitors on the far side. Jeffcott is going to be the man to take it. It's Truro. Float one in. It's a great ball. Gateshead do manage to get it clear. Butterfield just on the edge of the box. We'll hope to get it a bit further clearer than what they did. It's good stuff from Melbourne as Johnson just stubs that up the pitch and out for a throw. Well, we're going to see Oxlade Chamberlain with yet another long throw. This time in front of the Tyne Weir stand.
Again, it's going to blow away, isn't it? Well, the wind's gone down now.
Yeah, well, in it comes. It's got a lovely spin on it on the throw there. We could see it from this angle. Johnson heads it clear only as far as the edge of the box. It's fallen and poked clear, but Gateshead can't get the second ball, and they now have to force the ball back. And Jacob Butterfield running like a man possessed out there. Still life in the old dog yet, as the ball goes forward to Johnson Fisher, who's holding the ball up, has to try and get it to someone, but he did a little bit too much, and now Gateshead can bring the ball away.
Good.
And, lovely stuff. Ball forward now for Kane Adam to run onto on this right-hand side. Chapman's continued his run. At the back post, there's Newbley coming in. Can he get in front of the... that would have been a weak one. Appeals for a penalty.
No way. No way.
Well, the throw quickly taken by Gateshead. Butterfield tried to play it into a gap, and there was nobody there, and it's been cleared. But Bakary,
he's
first
done.
man back, he's
done.
Johnson
Fisher.
Fisher, he's down. Yeah. Well, it isn't a head injury, so they're not going to stop the play. He's got back up onto his feet, and he's trying. He's trying. Ball forward for home. If he can get there down to the dead ball line, turn back. He's got Dean with him. Has he got past his man? As well as pulling, and he's given it the other way. Well, and Johnson Fisher is down now, and we will see that substitute that we were going to see before.
It's not. I mean, the shouts from the crowd are cheats. It's not cheating. No, he's genuinely injured. You can tell he is.
Well, Pike is going to be the man to come on. Rakeel Pike.
Don't tell me his name, Dave.
Well,
just trying to have a look around the ground, see what's happening elsewhere.
Southshield's was it still 1-0 to?
Yeah, Southshield's being beaten at Macclesfield.
Big game.
It is. Spennymoor just gone 1-0 down. Darlington 2-0 out at home. Darlington haven't won a home game yet this season. So about to change against Southport.
That would relieve some pressure on Steve Watson down there.
Well, Spartans 1, Ossett United 1.
Well,
Edwards coming on for Gateshead. At home?
Yeah.
I think that's a wise sub.
I think the creativity from Edwards could cause Truro problems here.
Still think we may see Telford or Pennant, or maybe both. I think next 10 minutes.
Harry Chapman's done a lot of running in this game. Could be an option. Maybe even Frank. And Kane go down the middle. Well, as the ball launched up, hangs up in the air again a little bit, but it is going to be Riley Rowe who can play the ball forward, and Pike gets his first touch. Can he get past Bakary? Bakary does very well and clears the ball down the line. Newbley up against the defender, chests it down and holds it up. He's done very well there, Newbley. Needs to find a teammate and takes it out to Ferguson. Crosses the halfway line. Chapman now, left-hand side. Can he get the ball moving past Oxlade Chamberlain? He's up against him. Cuts past and gets past his man. He tried to play it back, and Dean is the man that can send it away for the player on the far side, and it hasn't stayed in for Pike. But Gateshead looking dangerous when they get the ball moving forward now.
I've got to be honest, I think Chapman just needed to play that there.
Well, Butterfield plays the ball back to Bakary. Bakary plays the ball over the top, looking for Kane Adam. Nice touch to Newbley. Fenton John, he's got Johnson on the overlap, who he uses. Johnson now. Right, he's got the ball back. He tried to cross it in, deflected back to him, puts it into the middle. Tried to be there was a coming together in the box. Appeals for a penalty. Referee didn't even wave it away. He didn't even
look at it.
Didn't even acknowledge it. There's a ball to Chapman, who tried to get in behind the defence, cleared as Bakary and Pike battling at the moment. Great stuff between the two, and now wins the ball as well. And Pike not having the greatest time since he's come on just yet. Ball headed away. Nice ball from Edwards to pick out Chapman. Chapman threads it through. Newbley one-on-one with the keeper. He's made it 2-2. What was a crisp, silky move And Nuble gets his first goal here, and he does the 6-7.
Shut up. Yeah, it's a wonderful through ball, by the way, from Chapman. And we are going to see that sub now. There's questions about the offside here. The
Tell you what,
referee's gone on to speak to the linesman.
I think
No,
he
he's
was
not.
well on there. It was a lovely played ball through.
I think it's the left-hand side of the defensive too. They're playing him on side by the look of it. It's a great finish, by the way, from Big Frank.
You know what it is? It's lovely to see Frank get the opportunity and put the ball away, because
He may be
a lot of
coming
his
off-
game
he
at
may-
the
he may be coming off now.
yeah, a lot of his game is holding it up and trying to win the aerial battles. But that was lovely to see Frank go through, slot that pass to make it a level game. It's Gateshead 2, Truro City 2, and a game of two halves
Butterfield.
is certainly the way it is. And Jacob Butterfield comes off, and I think we're going to see Chapman go inside here, and Pennant will go out to the left-hand channel. Well,
Tell you what, it's game on now.
it certainly
There's going to be
is.
26, 27 minutes left.
Well, I'm not going to lie, at half time, the mood in the Tyne Weir stand when I went to the toilet was that the game was over. It's far from over, but it could still go either way yet as the ball goes out of play for a Gateshead throw.
Yeah, I think you're right there. It's far from finished now, but it didn't feel that way 20 minutes ago.
It certainly did not, as the ball up towards Chapman, doesn't win the aerial battle. Dean did poke it forward as Riley Lowe. A nice ball to Pike, left-hand side of the box. He needs targets in the centre. They're starting to get there now as Riley Lowe can play the ball back to Pike. Oh, and Kane Adam with enough to disrupt. And the ball goes all the way back to Oxlade Chamberlain, who's forced to go back to Donnellan.
Gateshead doing everything they didn't do first off.
Yeah, it's the ball forward there. Gateshead just lose out the possession. Comes across now to Riley Lowe. They have committed men forward here, Truro. In comes the cross. It's a decent one. Back post headed clear. There's lovely little flick from Pennant. Pennant now driving with the ball. He's going to try and get past his man. He does so, holds it up. And, well, he needs to lay this off and hasn't. Oh, well, Ferguson does well and wins the ball back. Plays the ball through to Chapman in the centre and brought down by Donnellan. And Ferguson apologises there to Chapman. The idea was right. As Edwards, the ball does eventually spin out of play for a throw-in on the far side. And Mark, it could go either way. It's end to end.
I don't think there's any favourite in this game. You could argue Gateshead with the momentum. Truro, we haven't seen a lot of them going forwards, barring that one last-ditch tackle from Callum Johnson that I think denied a goal, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I think it's a massive tackle, a massive moment in the game. But Gateshead have momentum now, and they've got to make the most of it.
Fenton John lays it off to Pennant. Pennant tries to put the ball over the top to Nuble, who's absolutely powering along this run. Oh, and that's overhit. Oh, great stuff from Chapman. Tell you what, it was a full committed Ryan Law tackle that he didn't get onto it as Nuble holds it up. He's playing with some gusto now, Frank.
It's a good job there was a touch on the ball there, because that would have been a broken leg, I think. Such
Yeah.
was the force of that challenge. Brilliant challenge.
Wow.
Don't see enough of those these days, do
You don't.
you? Proper tackle.
And sadly, sometimes when you do see a proper tackle, it's pulled up for a foul because of the force. But Adam, midfield, lays it off to Edwards. Edwards back to Adam. Adam looking, finds Johnson. Johnson sees Fenton John on the...
Offside.
Yeah, I think, he's off.
It's really poor. Really poor.
Wow. We've got the best part of 16 minutes remaining here, but I think we might have a bit more with the added on time with the stoppages and substitutes.
You're looking at
I could
at least
hazard
another 5.
5 to 6 minutes at the
I
minute,
agree.
Mark.
I agree, Dave, absolutely.
But we'll see how the referee has seen it. When it
Not
gets towards
helpful
the
for
end.
those of us with deadlines, Dave.
I know it's not. Well, Lavercombe's kick holds up in the wind. Bakary nods the ball down and falls to Truro's Oxlade Bell plays it across there. And now, what can Truro muster up on the edge of the box? Not much, as Fenton John intercepts, and now the ball's been sent away, and Kane Adam is away, but Lavercombe, good goalkeeping push it up. Well, coming together off the ball. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Jeffcott. Bakary, who has had an exceptional second
I was
half.
just about to say that he was really, really poor first half, but second half he's been very impressive.
Well, Oxlade Chamberlain, we know what's happening here. This is where the danger lies.
Could you see Telford for possibly coming on for Newble?
Possibly.
Last 10.
Yeah.
Gonna be another long throw.
Well, we know how dangerous these are.
Telford coming back from his warm up now.
Oxford Chamberlain. The spin he puts on it as well is dangerous. It needs to be cleared and has been by Gateshead. And Bell is going to get across there, but Kane Adam doing enough to make him nod the ball back. And Gateshead doing what they didn't do in the second half, pushing out, making Truro try and make mistakes with the ball. And there we just seen hang up, but Pike holds the ball up well. He's got Jeff Gott on the far side. Pike continues his run into the centre. And now they build on the far side. Dean looks to get the ball in. It's over Pike's head. Oh, Johnson does well, though, to bring it away. And Johnson picks out Newbley. Oh, Newbley's pulling out some of the FIFA skills at the moment, but loses that possession. Oh, and Bakary just didn't get the tackle, but Edwards does enough to get back there. Great stuff. And Gateshead just a little bit complacent.
Very complacent. Very complacent. There is another sub coming on for Gateshead. It must be Telford, surely.
You would think so at this moment in time. Hassani gives the ball back to Bell on the far side. Comes off.
That's a Gateshead ball.
Well, Kane Adam doing the work on the far side there. Well, certainly didn't see this 30 minutes ago, Mark. As the ball comes over towards Adam, tries to turn his man, but there's Chapman to pick it up in midfield. There is a run forward from Fenton John. That's a lot on it, but he's going to keep it in. Does very well, Fenton John. Plays it back to Chapman.
Run it.
Johnson drives into the box, pulls it back. There's Kane Adam on the edge of the box, takes it forward, and drags it wide.
It's got to go across goal there. Got to go across goal. You're not going to beat the keeper at the near post.
Well, we are going to see Telford come on, and it's Chapman coming off. So Gateshead with 3 recognised strikers on the pitch at the moment. They're going for it.
Basically 4 forward players, isn't it? You look at the front 4, they're all capable of playing the lead striker role.
Harry Chapman, replaced by number 9, John Telford.
Well,
popular.
Well, a lot's been said before the game about there being the trek for this game, but for Gateshead fans, it's been a bit of a trek within it to get to this point. But it's an exciting game nonetheless, as Johnson can play that ball back to Tiernan Brooks, who clears the ball. And that's a fantastic kick. Dom Telford chasing it down. And Kane Adam picks up the loose ball. And, well, ball goes out off Adam.
Tell you what Truro have done really well in the last sort of 10 minutes is just sort of quelling a little bit of Gateshead's momentum.
Yeah.
Again, we talk about game management and that's it's one of these buzz phrases, isn't it, that we get now?
I think, the man at the helm, it's Truro. He's, very well versed, very well experienced, and you'd expect nothing less from a John Askey side.
Oh, you wouldn't. A great manager, a good bloke as well. Dealings with him when he was at Hartlepool. Knows how to win a game and get points.
At the moment, Tiernan Brooks, edge of his area, kicks the ball up towards Newbley, but intercepted before it got there. And a lovely touch from Edwards to bring the ball down. And Dom Telford is on his toes there as soon as that ball left the toes of Edwards. And Gateshead have to be on full alert now as Truro try and build. Edwards, fantastic interception.
Good
and
ball
now
as well.
can they get moving forward as Adam is on the shoulders in the ball? Oh, didn't go through. It's Dom Telford.
Oh, lovely turn.
Lovely turn from Riley Lowe. And free kick. 5 yards from the centre circle in their own half for Truro. Although they've moved it a little bit further forward. As is the way.
We've still got about 15 left.
Bakary wins the header. Kane Adams in space to bring it down and does so. Plays, lovely stuff. And now Edwards can drive forward. Nuble's in the centre. Gets it to Dom Telford, who gets past one man, gets past another, and back out to Edwards. Can he get a delivery in? There's Nubley coming towards the ball. Oh, he couldn't get the header, but it's going to be kept in by Ferguson, who puts it back inside. And, it's frenetic at the moment. Johnson plays it through to Edwards. Edwards, great defending, just took
really
it away.
Defending, really calm.
As Pike holds the ball up. Gateshead do manage to win the ball back, and Johnson and Bakary, the second half,
it's all right. I don't know.
Been very solid.
People are huffing about the back past the goalkeeper. He's made exactly the right decision.
Bakary,
like a different player setting off, hasn't he?
He has.
I don't think I've seen a player have two more contrasting halves for a long time.
It's just looked absolutely rock solid as Nubley battling up there. The shirt's being pulled. Donnellan, flicked on, and Bakary once again
fouled.
Does very well under pressure. There's another shirt pull. The referee says no. How's he going to give it? He's telling me. Oh, wow. Well, no,
what's he doing?
I don't know what he's doing here. He's telling him to calm it down. So if he needed to calm down with the shirt pull, that means it's a free kick. So why does he give the throw in? That is very strange from the referee to reprimand a player for a foul that he didn't commit.
I don't think I've ever seen that before in my life. He's pulled the player in to talk to them about a shirt pull and then hasn't given the free kick.
Well,
it's not from there either, by the way.
Wow. Well, needs to say it's been taken, and Bakary heads it forward. Nodded on by Pike. Edwards up in the air. Nubley comes back to help. Oh,
he couldn't do anything there.
Yeah, yes. I think you would have fouled him if you had went into him. And at the moment, it went very scrappy. But at the moment, Kane Adam just tidies up and gives it to Bakary. Fenton John. Well, ball over the top, looking for the run of Kane Adam. And at the moment, anywhere will do for Truro when the ball comes forward. It's from being very composed in the first half and much of the second half. They're just a little bit panicky when the ball comes up towards the back line.
It is, yeah. It's a bit all over the place at times, isn't it?
The referee is want to have a word with Dom Telford for trying to block the goalkeeper.
Yeah, not allowed to do that now, yeah.
No. Well, Gateshead and Truro, both teams need to keep their heads here. We've got 7 minutes of normal time remaining. Plus the stoppages, it's 2-2. As Fenton John tries to win the header, it falls for Kane Adam, who does poke it back and he helps play it on for Truro, but Bakary gets it to Johnson. Johnson can put it up towards Telford, and that was lovely. Oh, and just wouldn't sit up for Adam off his shin and out for a throw. Riley Rowe.
Strange sort of way. It feels like the subs have almost killed a little bit of momentum, doesn't it? To push right.
Just a little bit. Let's say the dynamics of the game has vastly changed, but the wind really affected that one over the top, and it's going to fall to Nubley. Can he send Pennant away? Pennant over the top. He's through. Can he get past the? Oh well, there's appeals for the shoulder barge and being held on the far side, but the keeper was out to deal with that one, and
just a little bit less on that pass, and I think he's in, Pennant.
Oh, he's got pace to burn, Pennant, hasn't he? Nubley holds it up. Nice. Was he fouled? Referee says no. Oh, yes, he was. It's a little bit slow with these decisions. I think Alan Armstrong's saying the same. But they've got an opportunity now to get the ball in the box, much like Truro did in the first half. They're committing a lot of men forward with the wind.
Back and forth on the benches, here. It's been interesting just watching that the last couple of minutes.
Edwards Float one towards the edge of the box. It's up in the air. Can it be? Oh, that was well
Frank was
defended.
winding up there, wasn't he?
Yeah, Frank was just about to break the back of the net if he had got a hold of that one. But the ball's going to come to Johnson, who sees it down, gives it to Brooks, Edwards. Good closing down from Jeffcott. There's Max Melbourne. Calmly gives it over to Ferguson. Ball forward. That was a bit of a blind one, but Pennant does very well with Dom Telford to win it back. Edwards in midfield can turn, play it forward, and Dom Telford just playing a little more of a number 10 role since he's come on. As Pennant, does he get past his man? It's been held up by the player, but
he's handballed it.
Yep. And it's been taken quickly. Newblade plays it through. It's offside on Dom Telford.
He's a mile off. Poor decision, to be fair. I think Frank should just held that up a little bit.
Well, we're entering the last 3 minutes here coming up. We'll be looking for that board to see how long has been added on here. I mean, a draw wouldn't be a bad result considering the score at half time, and it would continue Gateshead's run at the moment. But a win would be a lot better for both sides. As that ball forward bounces through, Johnson does really well.
I think he's had a great game today, Johnson.
Yeah.
You know, he was one of the ones, as I say, first off.
Ball forward. It's asking a little bit much of Frank, but Donnellan didn't really deal with that himself and has to hold it up and
stay in.
Well, if in doubt, put it out. Well, I feel for him there a little bit because 9 times out of 10 that ball goes out. And he had to put it out.
It's a movement here, Gateshead.
Newblade holds it up. Oh, the ball to Johnson. It goes out for a throw.
Poor. It's really poor. Killed a little bit of forward thrust Gateshead had there.
Yeah. Well, who has the last throw of the dice in these dying moments of the game here? As ball over the top. Donnellan heads it forward and, well...
Oh, my God.
You know where it is. It wasn't Kane Adam. It was the push from Fenton John over the top. And that's what's been seen was the hand in the back. So we await the free kick from Dean. They're committing a lot of men forward here. Although there's some staying on the halfway line. This one goes up towards Jeffcott. Jeffcott.
Literally don't know what he saw there.
I don't know what that was given for. There's ironic cheers from the home fans, but well, the referee will remember more than the man bun this afternoon.
Never forget that. I'd be surprised if it was less than 5 minutes Dave added on here.
Well, funnier things have happened as the ball is poked through and Pike and Melbourne in a foot race there. Pike does very well. Good control. Can he get the shot away? Lays it off to Jeffcott. Jeffcott, into the side net. And
why is he not going across goal?
Wow. Well, I think there's a rush of blood and excitement there.
It's a great chance. He's just got to go across goal.
Gateshead let off.
Massive let off. Massive let off.
Well, entering the final minute soon. Bakary up towards Newblade.
Just got to hold it up there. Just got to hold it up.
And the ball played forward. Bakary has more than enough time to get there. Johnson's in support. Right hand side, and he can bring this ball forward. Newblade holds the ball up this time, and he's being wrestled to the ground.
I don't know what the complaining is.
He's had a bit of a nightmare few minutes, Donnellan. Well, here comes the board. How long will we have? 30 seconds remain of normal time.
Got to be 5 or 6.
Tiernan Brooks has told the players to get forward. He's going to take this one. It's about 5 yards from the halfway line, right-hand side of the D, inside the gated half. Chips it up towards the edge of the area. It's bounced in the box. There's a pull on the shirt again. Oh, and Karen Pennant went for the audacious one on the volley. But yeah, you could see Frank Nuble's navel there nearly. 6 minutes has been added on here. The referee's got that right. Well, have we got a grandstand finish here? We're into that 6 minutes added on. Well, take this brief moment to say thank you everyone that's joined us live on DAZN. Thank you for your company this afternoon, and of course on our audio stream on the Heat Army podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure to be with you here. Game of two halves, but who has the final roll of the dice? Who has the sting in the tail? Could it be Gateshead? They're on the attack now as Edwards just holds the ball up, turns, plays it to Pennant. Ferguson chips it towards Nuble, who brings it down, tries to chip it over his man, but Edwards is there to get the loose ball. Ferguson, left-hand side.
Edwards has been excellent since he's come on, by the way.
He's been very creative all season. He's
had lovely, just
calming influence,
exactly,
hasn't he?
That's exactly the phrase I was going to say, Dave.
Nuble just trying too many little flicks there. We need to hold it up, and this can send Jeff Cut away, but Bakary is there with him. Oh, and a lovely touch. Jeff Cut with a shot. Oh, and he's put it wide. The goal was at his mercy. Yeah. He holds his head in his hands. And
it's the biggest let-off Gateshead have had all day, I think.
And I've got to say that is a criminal miss. Absolutely criminal miss.
But again, it's come from a lazy bit of forward play.
Yeah, the little flicks and stuff is all well and good when you're 5-0 to the good and having a good game.
It's just not needed there, Dave. It's just got to be hold it up, allow your fellow forward players to get in play and then go again. And the fact it's come from someone as experienced as
Frank,
is really disappointing from Gateshead.
Little tip of the hat to Jeff Cut there. That first touch was lovely to get past Bakary, by the way, before he got his shot away. But at the moment, they're in the ascendancy. Truro and a ball across the far side. Bell from the edge of the area goes to the shot. Stings into the chest of Brooks. And he gets it on the second time of asking. And we've got 4 minutes remain in this time added on. And the ball's going to fall to Dom Telford. It's going to fall to Frank now. The deflection. Kane add-on. Drives into the box. Needs to lay it off to somebody. There's so many blue shirts. And Fenton John just absolutely wiped out. Law there. Went in and he's come off worse for the challenge. He's hurt himself. And, well, he's going to get a yellow card if he does get up. And he seems in some discomfort. Fenton John, this isn't good. He's holding his, I don't know if it's his thigh or his knee, but he is in a lot of distress. Fenton John, he did go in, and dare I say, I think he kind of pulled out on it as well, and that's how he's got hurt. Here, Ryan Lowe's calf just went into him, and yeah, he's in a lot of discomfort, Fenton John, which is a real shame at the moment as he's receiving treatment here. Well, he's still lying down. Are they going to get him up? He is. Well, he's up and he's limping. Yeah, I think that's his afternoon. He gets a yellow card, and rightly so, I think. He's trying to run it off here. Yeah, he's hobbling. Will they risk putting him back on? I don't know. Well, a little bit of rejigging at the moment. Gator temporarily down to 10 men. And Fenton John looks like he is going to come back on. Lavercombe's going to take the free kick. Launches it up towards Pike. And that goes straight out of play for a throw to Gateshead. Can they capitalise on this and get the ball moving forward? Fenton John still not back on the pitch. He's still limping. As Nuble holds it up. Plays it down to Melbourne. Melbourne, if he looks up, he's got Bakary, who he can use and does Thackeray chips the ball up towards Frank. He needs to win this header. He does. It's a good one to Dom Telford. Tries to lay it off. Telford on the edge of the area. Gets a shot away. And was he fouled on the edge of the box? Referee says no. He was caught after the ball was kicked. As Pike holds it up on the far touchline. Does very well to get it in there. And, well, Kane Adam, well, that's another one. Take one for the team there. It's going to be another yellow card. And Gateshead just from looking so comfortable to looking a little bit on edge now. Got 50 seconds remaining, but there has been a stoppage in that 6 minutes, so there could be another 2 or 3 minutes here. Well, Riley Lowe is asking for the ball at this far side, or near side, should I say, to us. Oh. We wait this free kick. Is it going to be taken short? Bell did make a run across the far side. It drags Telford out of the one-man wall, but I don't know what a one-man wall will do from there, to be honest.
Nothing.
Goes towards Riley Lowe. Johnson clears the ball up in the air as... Oh, and it comes off the Truro player as Johnson's down there at the moment. Looks like he's suffering from cramp. He hasn't played many minutes at the moment. Tiernan Brooks has got him up. Well, we've played the 6 minutes, but there was a stoppage in it. Johnson. Frank Newblade nods it on. So does Kane Adam. The ball goes out play for a throw here between the dugouts. Callum Johnson quickly gets the ball. Launches it forward to Kane Adam, who wins the header. Pennant tries to bring it down, but he's dispossessing the ball forward. That's going to go all the way through to Tiernan Brooks, who's going to take a touch and then launch it back up the pitch. There's Adam, wins the header. Oh, it just comes off the back of Frank Newblade. Bakary, commanding header. Oh, nice stuff from Kane Adam to bring the ball down. Pennant drives with the ball. Still going. Dean pushes him off it. It was too easy. Oh, and there is the full-time whistle. A game of two halves. And Mark, I didn't think I'd be saying this at half-time. I think the 2-2 draw was a fair result in the end.
Yeah, I think so. Dominance from Truro first half and much better from Gateshead second half. Both sides will probably be happy and annoyed at the final score.
Yeah,
we'll both feel like maybe did enough to win the game. But yeah, because of a result of that, you're probably right in saying it is a fair score.
Yeah, and as I say, thank you very much, Mark, for joining us here on the Heat Army podcast and, of course, live on DAZN. Thank you for your company this afternoon. Remember, hit like and subscribe on the audio stream. And, of course, join us again on DAZN for a future game. Every game covered here live on DAZN. Well, Truro City, your fans have done you absolutely proud here today. They've travelled in their numbers. They've seen goals. And, well, we've seen everything here, apart from a red card, of course. But we'd like to say thank you and have a safe trip home to all of those Truro fans. And hopefully we'll have a great game in the returning fixture. And we'll be back for the next home game here live on DAZN.